Hello and welcome to my week 3 for game balancing critical stage analysis. My name is Brandon Boren, and let's go ahead and get started. So this week, again, lots more prototyping, just the same as the other weeks. We're doing a lot of playtesting and bug fixing, anything that we come across. Um, I helped out Mike Old Lamb with a little bit on the store menu this week, just getting some of the icons figured out and the main menus settled up. One of the biggest things that I worked on this week was our box carrying functionality. Michael and I worked on that together. As you can see here, we changed the boxes a little bit. Now, when the player picks them up, it's a little bit less wonky. You can, turn as fast as you want. They're not going to drop it. You can move up and down. It's not going to drop. We also had an issue before where they were shooting, like they'd run into the colliders here on the walls and they would drop out of the player's hands or shoot across the level. So it was kind of a quick and dirty fix, and we're still working on it. But right now, it's just ignoring the collision on any object that's not the player, so that we don't have the issue of the player losing hold of it or it getting fired out of the level because of add force. Another thing that we did this week, I could show you here, was that we changed out the key collectibles to playing cards. So, the frustration was that as the player was collecting keys, it seemed like they needed to be able to unlock doors with them, which is very understandable. So now we are collecting cards in each level. There was a real small situation, an issue too here, where as you can see, the objectives that we have up in the top right hand corner cause of a level flow for the player would this one here with break the glass to the office with the rock was already completed as soon as you got in here and before you did this. So now we've fixed it so that the objective checks off and all of those are working correctly. Of course, the menus are reorganized now. Looks a little bit more clean. You can go here and it looks a little bit better. Everything's a little bit more organized. We did have this Steam particle here, and Michael Lamb did animate one of our guards moving back and forth across the screen just to make it a little bit better. But for some reason, the animations that we're using are not carrying over in Perforce. So one person will make them, and they won't go to everyone. Alright, so one of the other things was that in cell block B, the button puzzle that we had was having some issues with not working. That would be, let me get over here to it, this puzzle here. So basically what would happen is we were having some issues that the player would press the first button in the combination. That would be correct. The screen would light up, and then we go to press the second, and it would reset. So we found out that the code in the player controller script, which is going to be let's see here. Got to get down to it here. There's quite a few instances of button in our level. Alright, so here, this was set to a get key rather than a get key down. So it was registering anytime, and now that we have that, it is corrected. The correct code is in there. It follows the pattern of the clue that we give the player, with 1342 being the code, and it does unlock the laser grid correctly now. Just going through here and making sure that I covered everything. And there was one other thing that I had changed here. The help menu button, or not the help menu button itself, the tutorial prompt that we had at the beginning of the tutorial level, where it tells the player, you can press the H key to view the help menu, which shows you the controls and what the icons are for. We did update that so that it will disappear after time now, rather than having to run into another collider or another tutorial or having to press the H key itself. That is also in the player crosshair script, I believe. If not, it is in the player controller FPS. Let's see here. Go into the update. Okay, it is not in that one. Alright, and here it is right here actually. So all we did was use a timer to check to see how long that prompt had been up, because that's one of the very few prompts that we didn't use as a collider. It's displayed in the script rather than running into something that tells it to open the tutorial prompt. So that's why it was displaying permanently. But other than that, that was about it. Like I said, lots of playtesting and small bug fixing, just, altering colliders, adding textures to things, the works. And I just want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.